Giant-sized Spiderman and the Man-Thing, issue number 5. The day you defy the lizard webhead is the day you die. Slay him, my pets. It's Muck Monster versus Reptile Lord, and Spidey is caught in the middle. Lurker in the swamp. Spidey and Man-Thing together. Beware the path of the monster. Chapter 1. With the scorpion out of the way, I feel as though I can loosen up for a while anyhow. Still, New York is getting on my nerves. I've got a lot to think about, and I don't want to do it here. Every time I turn around, I see something that reminds me of Gwen or Aunt May. If I'm to come to some sort of sane conclusion about my life, I've got to get away from all that so I can just sit down and meditate. Imagine me, a swinging superhero, wanting a quiet place in the country. Say, maybe that is what I want. And maybe I see a way to get what I want down there. The TV set in that department store, it's got exactly what I need. What do you know? It's the creeps all the cops are trying to catch. Old yellow-bellied Spider-Man. Sorry, Charlie, I don't have time to sign autographs. Hey, you want a fat lip or something? No, friend. Do you? Forget I asked. Good, I'm in no mood to deal with the wise guy. Be a hero on your own time, Tubby, not mine. Several months ago, rumors concerning the origin of this bizarre man-thing are numerous. But scientists agree, whatever it is, the creature definitely isn't human. Tell me more, friend, I'm all ears. This film was taken during the Man-Thing's attack on the F.A. Schist construction company last year when the creature made its first and to date most destructive appearance. Since then, there have been over a dozen sightings of this monster, mostly in the area of Citrusville, Florida. In our studio this evening, we have two highly respected experts in the field of exohuman biology, Professor Stefan Gruber and Dr. Howard Duck, who will examine the possibility of this man-thing number could be my ticket to sanity. If I can convince my ever-loving publisher to send Peter Parker south for a photo feature on that bog monster, I'll have bought myself a freewheeling vacation. Yeah, I'll do it. The worst Jonah can do is throw me out of his office. Parker, you're a genius. I love it. Miss Brandt, see to it that Parker gets a round-trip flight to Citrusville, Florida, and put him on an expense account for the next 2 days. Nothing but the best for our boy, eh, Parker? I think I'm going to faint. Whatever you say, Mr. Jameson. Goodness, Peter, you certainly caught him in a good mood. I'm not complaining, Betty. I figure it's this way. Jameson's planning on counting my trip as a tax loss. Peter, about Gwen. Not now, Betty. I've got an important long-distance call to make. To Dr. Curtis Connors in Florida. Hello. Yes, this is Dr. Connors. Who? Oh, Peter Parker. Yes, Spider-Man spoke about you last time we met. Spidey and Doc Connors have been friends since Spider-Man number 6. Going to be in Florida tonight in your area near Citrusville. I'm doing a photo story on the man-thing. Great. I'll appreciate your help, sir. Goodbye. The man-thing. Interesting. Do you want to talk about Gwen, Peter? Right now I want to talk to Mary Jane Watson, Betty. It's been days since we last spoke. Hey, Peter, how's it going, handsome? When will you be up to see me? Oh. Oh, listen, that's okay, Tiger. Sure, listen, catch you when you get back. Mary Jane, who was that on the phone? What? Oh, just a guy I know, Aunt Anna. Dear, is anything wrong? Wrong? What could be wrong? Come on, Aunt Anna. This is your fun-loving, far-out niece you're talking to. What could be wrong with old MJ? Take it from the girl who knows I'm fine, just fine. Peter, please, you've got to talk about it. Having Gwen return must be upsetting you terribly. Let me worry about that, Betty. Where is she staying? Well, until she calms down, she's staying with me. I don't understand any of this, Peter, except one thing. She needs you desperately. Face it, Betty. Doesn't everyone? I've wondered about the man-thing since he first appeared. In a way, it seems similar to... No, I knocked over that beaker. It was the experimental gas. The formula, same formula I used before. I can feel it seeping into my pores, affecting me, changing me. I've got it. Fight it. I can't let it affect me the way it once did. It must be strong, strong, stronger. Feel so more powerful. Energy flooding through me, stirring things inside me. My hand, it's already made the transformation. And so have I. The lizard lives again. That sounds from Kurt's lab, like something breaking. I know Kurt doesn't like to be reminded about his handicap, but perhaps if I... What on earth? Kurt, are you all right? Answer me, I heard something fall. It's Martha, Kurt. Please answer. Ah, one side, woman. I have to reach the swamp, where it's wet and hot, where I can think and plan. All my thoughts seem dim and murky. It's so hard to concentrate, so difficult to remember. The swamp is where I belong, in its moist darkness, amid the moss and the soft, warm earth. Yes, yes, this is familiar. The light no longer hurts my eyes. That woman back there, that mammal, she seemed to know me. Why? Was she Connor's mate? Perhaps. It's no concern of mine. Only one creature concerns me, the swamp beast called the man thing. For some reason, I wish to find that monster. And once I find him, I will use him against the world. Betty's got a nice neighborhood, a whole lot nicer than mine on the Lower West Side. Well, she can afford it. For some reason I've never understood, Jonah always pays his office people better than his reporters, or, in my case, his photographers. I guess it's a case of out of sight, out of mind. Because I don't work at the Bugle 9 to 5, Jameson just doesn't think about me. Either that or he figures he can avoid me if necessary. Well, he can't avoid his regular employees. Anyway, who cares? I have enough problems with my life without worrying about Betty Brant's paycheck. Well, here's her apartment. I might as well get this over with. Yes, who is it? It's me, Gwen, Peter. I can't talk to you, Peter. I need time to think. Gwen, are you all right? What? Could be wrong, Peter. I just don't want to talk. I don't believe you, Gwen. Is it something I did? The way I've been behaving? That's why I'm here. I want to apologize. I acted like a fool when I first realized you were alive. And I'm sorry. Peter, oh, Peter, I've been so confused. Haven't we all? Hold me, darling. I need your arms around me. Sure, Gwen, sure. Still insist price wage controls are not the way to return our economy to pre 1968 levels. If we. Huh? Oh, you've got the TV on. Yes, and that's part of the problem, Peter. The man who's president, I've never seen him before. I don't even know his name. It's Ford, like in the car. That's not the point, Peter. Don't you see? I've lost 2 years of my life. If it is my life, if I'm not going mad, Peter, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? I wish I knew, Gwen, for both of us. Chapter 2. The Lurker in the Swamp. It's finally happened, hasn't it, Edmund? After all these years of making ends meet, of living hand to mouth, you've gone bankrupt. And it's over. All of it's over. If you're honest with yourself, you have to admit, in a way, you're relieved. That's why you've come to Florida, isn't it? You're glad it's ended, because now you don't have to fight anymore. You can just lie down and die, and no one will really blame you. After all, now you're a certified failure. And just as you can't argue with success, you can't disagree with a man who's failed. I feel bad about Dorothy, though, and about our daughter. I suppose that's only natural. At least if I die and make it look like an accident, they'll get my insurance before it runs out. In the name of heaven, what happened to my life? Where did I lose myself? When did everything first begin to crumble? Was it in college when I studied for my biochemistry degree? Or was it later after I'd negotiated my first loan, got married, and bought the lab? What happened to the dream I had? We almost did it, Dorothy and I. We almost made the dream a reality. Everything grew so suddenly after the war. There were defense contracts, industrial patents, mass manufacturing for a pharmaceutical supply house. The world was spinning faster than my life was something good, something worthwhile. Until it all collapsed last year during the beginning of this so called recession. Within 6 months, everything Dorothy and I had worked for was gone. We went bankrupt. Our lives were ruined. All I have left is suicide. My pride is gone. My dignity. Edmund Arnstead is just another statistic of a consumer society gone mad. Hmm? Dear heaven, no. What? But that thing wasn't attacking me. It's after that crocodile. No, it isn't defending itself. It's defending me. Now it's just turning away without looking back, without making a sound, without doing anything. Good Lord, what is that thing? Hold it, hold it. It's coming back to me. A newspaper article I read a few months ago. This is the monster who destroyed the Schist Construction Company, the man thing which ran loose in New York City. What a gold mine. Maybe, just maybe, my luck has finally turned around. Turned around in a swamp without my spider sense, I'd be lost. I'm glad I caught some sleep on the plane coming down here last night. Something tells me this is going to be a long day. When I called the Connors house this morning, Mrs. Connors was hysterical. And considering what she told me, I don't blame her. The big question is, who will I run into first? The man thing or the lizard? I know you, wall crawler. You've come to spy on me, to ruin my ambitions, as you've ruined them before. But you won't have the chance, fool. I'll kill you first. I'll. Scale skin, you talk too much. There's no point in arguing with you, I know. So I won't even try. Get away from me. Touch of your mammalian form is distasteful to me. You're so soft, so pulpy. That's a switch. I've been called a lot of things, but never soft. You're soft, disgustingly soft. You're a mammal, and mammals are doomed to extinction. That reptiles may rule the earth. Mister, you've got problems. You can't just. Your tail. Plump primate, how do you comprehend your inferiority? All I comprehend is the blood rushing to my head, Greenie. Let's not. Mrs. Connors, go back. Kurt, dear Lord, Kurt. Get out of here, Mrs. Connors, before he sees you. Kurt will kill Spiderman unless I stop him. But what can I do? There's nothing. Wait, Kurt's high pressure hose. If he had it installed in case of a fire, please, Lord, let it be enough. Forgive me, Kurt, forgive me. Puerile fool, do you suppose that stream of water can harm me? I am the lizard. I live for water, for moisture. Your feeble efforts only invigorate me. And you only annoy me. Got to break this stalemate somehow. Lizard's too tough to hurt by ordinary means, so. Ah! That was the final insult. Now you die. The problem with you, Liz, is that you're always premature. Chapter 3. Bring back my man thing to me. What now, Arnstead? You've tracked that man thing across almost the entire swamp. You know where it is, but what good does it do you here? Somehow I've got to bring it back to so called civilization. I can't just whack it over the head and drag it to my car. It must weigh close to a ton, and nothing short of a crane could. Huh? Am I seeing things? That crocodile suddenly changed course. It's heading toward the man thing, and it's not alone. No, that's wrong. It's not attacking the monster. It's following the man thing. Dear Lord, the entire swamp is on the march, as though they're all being called or summoned. You okay now, Mrs. Connors? I think so. It's such a shock. Sure, I've had some shocks myself lately. Now, if you can show me the way to your husband's lab, I'll remix the antidote to. Ah, the man thing. Here? This is crazy. It looks like every living thing in the swamp is crawling after him. What's going on anyway? What are they doing? They're answering my mental command, you pulp skinned simpleton. They're here to free me, and while the swamp creatures do that, the monster will obey my second command and tear you apart. Go inside, Mrs. Connors. Get the lab set up. I'll try to make this quick. After all, this thing's just a mindless. Oh, it's as though he sensed my anger and turned it against me. This is going to be trickier than I thought, but not by much. Whew, this thing's strong. I've knocked down the rhino with a blow like that, but this man thing isn't even stunned. A special moss encrusted no prize to the true believer who can figure out why Spidey didn't just ooze right through our mighty muck monster. Do you begin to see how your efforts are, Spider-Man? While you battle the monster, my other servants free me. The lizard's right. I don't dare stop fighting this thing, in case it decides to attack Mrs. Connors. So, unless I can destroy it, we're stalemate, and how? It came this way. The tracks are clear in the mud, like a mass of slime dragged across the earth. Just a moment. Those sounds up ahead. Good Lord in heaven, what have I stumbled into? Lady, what's happening here? That's Spider-Man, isn't it? What is he? Why is he? Thank goodness, someone to help me. Help you? Lady, are you crazy? It's my husband. He's responsible for this madness. The lizard potion drives him insane. He'll destroy himself and us unless someone stops him. I'll ask you again, are you nuts? I'm a chemist, not a superhero. You're raving, lady. You're under some sort of terrific strain. A chemist? Then you can help. There's an antidote. I have the formula. Maybe I'm the one who's crazy. I came down here to commit suicide. Then that monster. Now this? Okay, lady, show me what you want me to do. At this stage of my life, I'll try anything. Ha, the lizard, he's free. How can I possibly fight both? Hold it. The man thing. He's attacking the lizard instead of me. I think I understand. The man thing reacts to emotions, providing a feedback to the strongest emotion around. The lizard's rage must have overloading the monster's emotional circuits. So now he's fighting back. But what good will it do? It's just another stalemate. This one more dangerous than the one before. It's been so long since I actually worked in a lab. These past years I have been more an administrator than a scientist. Please try. Oh, I'll try, lady. That's all a man can do when you come right down to it. He can only try. 12 cc's of aluminum hydrochloride, 18 cc's of sodium pentabentium. It's such delicate work. I'd forgotten how delicate, how demanding. One error and it's ruined. I'll have to start all over. Dear Lord, am I mad? I shouldn't even be attempting this. Please, you said you'd try. Try. Don't you see how useless that is? Isn't it more useless not to try at all? If only I had the original notes so I could follow the procedure step by step. They're here. Curtis wrote them down, following Spider Man's dictation. You mean Spider Man developed this antidote? Then blast it. If he can do it, so can I. Uh-oh, more trouble. The lizard isn't giving me time to breathe. While he battles Man Thing, his creatures battle me. It's like we're trapped on a merry-go-round. None of us can get off until we all drop dead. Spider-Man, the antidote. Huh? Who's that guy? And what did he say about tripped? Oh, no, Lord, no. I've failed again. Again. Calm down, fella. After all, what's a spider web for if a guy can't use it to save the day? No, you couldn't. Not when I'd almost won. This time, the world could have been mine. With the man thing in my control, I could have. Dear Lord. It's all right, darling, it's over. You're safe now. You're safe. I wish I could believe that, Martha. Lord, I wish I could believe that's true. So, believer, Dr. Connors, it doesn't matter what's real after all, only what you believe is real. Take that man thing, for instance. Some people believe he's just a mindless monster. To me, somehow, he seems something more. Know what I mean? I do, Spider-Man. Before I saw the monster, my life was over. Now, thank God, I believe it's just beginning. Amen to that, fella. Amen to that. The end. Spider-Man, Where Flies the Beetle, guest starring the Human Torch. Another mighty milestone in the Marvel Age of Comics. Originally presented in Spider-Man number 21. When a man has finished his prison term, he must be set free to take his place in society again. Even such a man as Abner Jenkins, better known to various law enforcement agencies as the Beetle. They had to give me back my Beetle equipment. There's no law against a man owning an armored costume. Then, when Jenkins reaches a secluded spot in the nearby woods, this is the moment I've dreamed of all these months. Once again, I'll don my Beetle outfit and get my revenge against the Human Torch. A short time later, as a typical teenage couple walk through the streets of New York. Or are they really so typical? I really enjoyed our date today, Johnny. You acted like quite normal, Johnny. What is it? This headline in the paper, Doris. It's the Beetle. He was released from prison today. But that doesn't concern you. He'll probably fade into obscurity and oh no, not again. I'm sorry, honey, but I'll know that joker. He'll be more dangerous than ever now. Flame on. I've got to search the city. Maybe I can find some trace of him. Meanwhile, in a quiet suburban neighborhood in Forest Hills, we find another typical teenager, about as typical as Johnny Storm. Phew, I guess I've been studying too long. I'm getting a stiff back. Only one thing to do. I've got to get the kinks out, and I know just how to do it. Within seconds, youthful Peter Parker dons one of the world's most famous costumes and takes to the rooftops as the amazing Spider Man. Hoo boy, it sure beats doing push ups all hollow. Still, no sign of the beetle. I'd better head back before my flame sputters out. What supreme irony! Torch is probably searching for me, little dreaming that I'm easily following him. I might as well head back home. I've got more important things to do than watch that blazing bird brain play into a crowd. And so our small, colorful cast of characters part company, but only for the time being. Flaming off, Johnny Storm calls upon his girlfriend, not suspecting that the beetle is lurking outside. Hi, Dory doll. Your dreamboat's back. Who invited you? Ah, you're not angry at me just 'cause I flamed on and flew away for a while, are you? Of course not. I love having my date suddenly leave me in the middle of the street while he makes a silly, smoking spectacle of himself. But Dory. No buts, Johnny Storm. I've had it. I want a boyfriend, not a blazing juvenile show off in a silly uniform. Look, just give me one more chance. Very well, then. I'll give you a chance. If you can spend a full 24 hours without flaming on, even once, I'll make believe this never happened. But if you turn into the Human Torch again, don't worry. I won't, I promise. Very well. We'll see. But remember, just one cry of flame on, even a whisper, or just one little spark, and you'd better forget my phone number. It's a deal, love of my life, but what did they feed you when you were a baby? Nails? Meanwhile, outside the house, I've seen enough. Now I know what to do. The torch seems to care for that girl, so that's how I'll get my revenge on him by using Doris Evans. As for Spider Man, he continues on his way home, growing more miserable every minute. Can I lend you guys a hand? Spider Man, stay away. Sam, call the cops, quick. That does it. I couldn't win a popularity contest even if I was the only one entered. Nuts. Then the very next day, it's hard to keep my mind on my shopping. I'm so anxious to learn whether Johnny is keeping his promise not to flame on. Hey, Tommy, come back with my football. Watch out, lady. Oh, look where you're running, you little monsters. Kids, they made me drop all my packages. May I help you, miss? I saw what happened, but I didn't have time to warn you of those running children. Why, thank you. How very kind of you. It was a pleasure. Be careful now. Don't drop them again. What a nice, sweet, gentlemanly boy. Uh-oh. Looks as though she dropped her wallet in the confusion. I'd better return it to her. Her name's Doris Evans. She doesn't live far from here. Well, I've got time. I'll take it there now. And so, my wallet. Oh, I'm so lucky you found it. I simply must give you a reward. Don't be silly. I was glad to do it. Well, at least come in and let me fix you a glass of Coke. Thanks. I could sure use one. Then, for the next few minutes, yes, I live with my aunt in a small private house a short distance from here. He's so quiet, so soft spoken and gentlemanly. He's a science major at school and he's so cultured and down to earth. If only Johnny were more like Peter Parker. Minutes later, things get even more involved as Johnny Storm arrives at Doris' house, just in time to see the departure of Peter Parker. I wonder who that guy is. He just walked out of Dory's house. Well, Dory, it's been 12 hours so far and I still haven't flamed on. By the way, who is that fellow who just left here? This is my chance to try to make Johnny more of a gentleman, like that nice, refined Peter Parker. His name is Peter Parker, Johnny. He's a student at Midtown High, and he's just the nicest boy. He's interested in politics, science, and current events. Well, goody gumdrops. It wouldn't do you any harm to take a leaf from his book, Johnny Storm. It would be wonderful if some of his poison polish were to rub off on you. Yeah, brother. Well, outside Doris's house again. Now I know just what to do. The next time I see the Human Torch, it will be in the full fighting armor of the Beetle. Not long afterwards, Peter Parker, window shopping with Betty Brant, hears his name called in a commanding tone. Parker, I want to see you. Now what? I knew I'd find him sooner or later, and I'm glad I thought of wearing my uniform to impress him. Recognize who I am, kid? Sure, either you're the Human Torch or some jerk walking around in his pajamas. Or maybe both. Skip the wisecracks, Skinny. I just want to warn you. Doris Evans is my gal, friend. And I hope you're not dumb enough to think you can beat my time. Well, I'll be a spiderweb string bean. Old Hothead is actually jealous of me. Just imagine if he suspected who I really am. Wow. Hey, look, guys, isn't that the Human Torch talking to Puny Parker? He's telling Peter to stay away from some other girl, and I never even suspected. I might as well leave now. He doesn't care about me anyway. Betty, wait! She's sobbing. She must have overheard the torch. You brainless, swell-headed, loudmouth jerk, who do you think you're shooting off your yap at? Huh? You may be a big, brave superhero to everyone else, but to me, you're just a knuckle-headed pain in the neck. Get the message? This I didn't expect. I can't even take a poke at him. It wouldn't be fair. He wouldn't have a chance. How about that, Flash? I never knew Parker had such guts. Maybe he's not really a panty waist. Ah, stow it. Don't let him fool you. He knows that Torch wouldn't dare fight with him. A superpowered member of the FF can't go around beating up nobodies. Sure, Flash is right. Parker was just trying to impress everybody. I just don't get it. What can Dory see in a big zero like him? Watch, fellas, I'll prove it's safe to needle the torch. Why don't you take a lesson from Spiderman, Torchy? He wouldn't have let anyone talk to him like that. I'd better cut out fast. They know I don't want to hurt anyone, so they're trying to taunt me now. Meanwhile, Peter is caught up to the disillusioned young secretary. I'd like to explain about what the torch said, Betty. There's nothing to explain, Peter. If you don't mind, I'd just like to go home now. And as Betty disappears around the corner, I know he didn't mean it, but still, it's all that miserable human matchstick's fault. I couldn't even have the satisfaction of fighting with him, of wiping that conceited smirk off his face. He'd never fight with Peter Parker because he'd think I'm too weak for him. Oh well, I guess there's no sense making a mountain out of a molehill. Betty is sure to make up with me before long, and the torch can go fry for all I care. But wait a minute. While Betty is mad at me, why shouldn't I have a little fun with the torch? If he's jealous of Peter Parker, how would he feel if Spider-Man made a play for his gal? That poor guy'll explode. And I'd like to see that windbag try to threaten me now. But even as Spidey prepares to visit Doris Evans again, the torch is bound to appear soon. They have a date later tonight. And when the unsuspecting brat shows up, I'll finish him off as only the Beetle can. Who's that? It's Spider-Man. Ah, no, I can't allow him to destroy my carefully laid plans. Whatever his purpose here may be, I'll see to it that he postpones it till I'm done. Holy smoke! Now what have I blundered into? The Beetle, the Torch's old enemy. I've seen your picture in the paper. But what? Save your breath, mister. This isn't 20 questions. There, the impact of hitting that tree should knock you out long enough for me to finish my little project. Boy, did you just make a mistake. You made me interested in what your project is. So I think I'll just hang around till they find out. Now, just stay where you are, Beetle. I won't keep you waiting long. Got you. But as Spider Man hurls back towards his foe, I thought those metal wings were just ornaments. But just my luck. The beetle really can fly. This time I won't be so gentle with you. I'll hurl you to the ground like a sack of potatoes. Just wait till he tries it, with my quick drawing web sticking tightly to both tips of his wings. But try it the beetle does, to his shocked regret. Happy landing, sonny boy. Then, as the powerful beetle quickly rises to his feet, this guy is no cinch to beat. That armor he's wearing must be 2 inches thick. Oh, I neglected to mention, my wings are offensive weapons as well as defensive. But I guess you're beginning to realize that. Trying to flip over won't help you either. All I need to do is fly up from beneath you and I'll do the flipping. I'm not fighting an amateur. I've got to be more careful. Oh, okay, you overgrown moth. You had your you had your innings. Now I'll furnish a little bit of the entertainment. Save your breath, Spider-Man. You won't have it much longer. And as the fast-moving fight continues, the Beetle and Spider-Man fighting outside my window. This is horrible. Johnny. I've got to call Johnny. There's the phone. The way my luck's been running, it's probably someone calling to sue me. Johnny, thank heaven, I reached you. You've got to flame on and get here right away. I'm in danger. Nice try, girlfriend, but you won't make me lose my bet that way. I said I wouldn't flame on for 24 hours, and I've still got about 11 hours to go. Oh no, I'm not fooling. I need you, Johnny. You must believe me. Sure, honey, sure. I believe you. You'd never try to kid me. Why, I'll bet there are a couple of big bad villains outside your window right now. Who are they, Dory? Spider-Man and Doctor Doom? Johnny, listen. I have to hang up now, baby. The big bad wolf is trying to blow my door down. See you around. Didn't believe me. It's my own fault for always criticizing him. He hung up. And as Spidey and the Beetle continue their battle outside Doris Evans' window, good old Dory, I always did like a gal with a sense of humor. But though Johnny Storm chuckles over Dory's sense of humor, none of our other protagonists seem to be doing much laughing. Maybe I can keep him from using his wings with my webbing. I was afraid of that. He snapped it before it could harden. But I've got to stop him from taking to the air. Good, I've got him now. Here's where you get your wings clipped, chum. Oh no, now they're in the house. I just when I was going to call the police. They're between me and the phone. What will I do? You've ruined my whole plan. You'll pay for that. Sorry, Beetle. I'm a little short right now. Do you mind if I charge it instead? Now, suppose you tell me what your so-called plan was while you can still talk. I wish I felt as confident as I'm trying to sound. That armor of his shrugs off my blows as though they're powder puffs. While not too far away, we find, well, now that Dora has had her little laugh for the day, I guess I'll mosey over and pay her a visit. She sure is a great gal, even if she does have that nutty prejudice against costume crime fighters. But at that particular moment, another costume crime fighter would look mighty good to the young lady in question. What does it mean? Where will it all end? If I could only reach the phone. He's a more dangerous enemy than I thought. I'll have to try to different tactic. The girl, just the thing. He's reaching for doors. I can't get to him in time. Ha! Just what I need. A perfect little hostage. No, stay away. Both of you. Help. I dare not attack the beetle while he's with Doris. Can't take a chance of her being injured. I think you're bright enough to realize that I now hold the winning card, Spider-Man, so don't try to stop us from leaving. Stop us from leaving? Oh no, you can't. On the contrary, my dear, I can and I will. With you accompanying me, there is still a chance of me baiting a trap for the Human Torch. Trap for the Torch? So that's your objective. I can't let him get away. I've got to follow them. His wings are so heavy that he can't fly very fast, and if he doesn't get too far, my spider sense should be able to keep track of him. But a few seconds after our little cast of characters has vacated the house, Johnny Storms arrives only to find the place is a shambles. Dory is gone, and there are traces of webbing around. How could I have been so dumb? Her phone call was for real. Flame on. Whatever happened, Spider Man must be involved in some way, but how? Why? They can't have gone far. I've got to find them. And then the flaming, flying teenager sees. There he is, trying to escape. Hold it, you web spinning creep. Where's my girlfriend? What's happened to Dory? The torch. He must have come from Doris's house. He thinks I'm responsible. Ah! Those blamed fireballs are coming too close for comfort. I've got to do something. Heads up, Torchy. You're not the only Bush League pitcher around here. Here's an asbestos web ball to chew on for a while. Hope that stalls him long enough for me to pick up the beetle's trail again. Uh-oh, the torch's heat was strong enough to melt my little pellets into nothingness. Hey, what's that? The beetle's getting further away. I've got to get Torchy to follow me after him. It won't be hard to get him to trail me. He's so angry now that I couldn't stop him if I wanted to. Talk, you double demon dealing crumb. Where is Doris Evans? Stick with me, hot stuff, and you'll find out. Here, have your fireballs back. You may need 'em. You may need 'em again. I don't want to get too close, Torchy boy. I don't want to singe my new Sunday go-to-meeting breeches. I better get ready to hightail it out of here now before he explodes. That boy is mad. All right, Big Mouth, you asked for it. When I'm through with you, there won't be enough of you left to shake a spider at. I'm through handling you with kid gloves. He's coming after me. It's what I wanted. Now all I have to do is find a way to live through it. So far, so good. My spider sense has kept me one jump ahead of those flaming fireballs of his, and we're gaining on the beetle. Please don't drop me, please. Not a chance, kid. You're too valuable to me. Now, all I have to do is get the torch into position so he'll see the beetle before he bounces a fireball off me. You're fast, webhead, but I'm getting the range now. Yeah, that's all. It's Spider-Man and the torch. They found me. I'll leave the girl there. Need both my hands free. The beetle, he had Dory. That's what I was trying to tell you. Oh, Johnny, thank heaven you're here. Take it easy, dollface. Everything's gonna be A-OK now. Boy, if Torchy has any faults, one of them sure isn't lack of confidence. Their appearance changes nothing. I'm powerful enough to defeat two as well as one. Wow, he ripped out part of that wall like it was paper. Where is he? I see him come here. Look out, Torch. Good thing you've got a hot, hollow head, Sonny. Uh-oh, the beetle's trying to cut out. I'll take off after him. And just to play safe, so will I. Only I'll do it my way. Surprise, Beetle. You might be able to outfly Spider-Man, but never the Human Torch. Just stay where you are, Torch. I want to remember you that way. But as the beetle pulls down a section of plaster ceiling with which to snuff out the torch's flame, a nimble, lithe-muscled figure comes hurtling through the opening. You again! Naturally, Bub. You don't think you can just wish me away, do you? Spider-Man has come between us again. Is he trying to help me or protect the beetle? They're too unpredictable. I don't know where they'll pop up next. I've got to get away and make new plans. Time enough to worry about Webhead later. Now I've got to head the beetle off. He glided upstairs. I've got to reach him before he gets to the roof. And then, now I've got you, Beetle. Look out, Hothead, he's mine. Torch, Spiderman. Oh no. Oh yes. I've got to get away. I won't be beaten again. I won't return to jail. I won't. Want to bet? Hold it, chump. The party's not over yet. Stopping him is only part of it, Spidey. I'll create a cozy little fire cell for him until the fight's knocked out of him. The flames are too hot, even for my asbestos garb. I'm trapped. Finally, a short time later, Johnny, aren't you going to do something about that horrid Spider-Man? I still think he was in league with the Beetle. We've no proof, Dory, and he did help me catch him. And, by the way, have you noticed that you don't mind me being the Human Torch at all? When you're in trouble? She'll never really trust Spider-Man, and even the Torch isn't sure about me. Jameson probably hates me more than ever now because I haven't done any work as Peter Parker for him lately. Betty is angry at me again, and as usual, I can't think of any way to explain. If this my fate, am I destined to go through life as a professional fall guy? Why must I be a costumed, superpowered sad sack? Especially when the Torch, who's no better than I in any respect, gets all the glory, the praise, and even the girl. For him, life is one big happy ending. Johnny, look, he's getting away. I couldn't stop him if I wanted to. That last flight wore my flame out for a while. I've had it. They don't need me there anymore. What kind of person do you think he really is? Hard to say, Dory. Sometimes I think he's really a terrific guy, and other times I want to knock his block off. I could understand if she fell for a guy like Spuddy, but that Peter Parker guy, I just don't get it. This is what this is what I need, a chance to be alone, to clear my thoughts. I wonder if the world will ever acclaim me as it does others, or am I always to go through life shunned and loathed? If only I could reveal my secret identity, if I could let people realize who I am, but I just don't dare. If you enjoyed Petey and his pals as much as we hope you did, tune in again next ish for a lot more of the same.